storytelling is the most powerful way to put ideas into the world. A very hearty welcome to our manager, Reverend Sister Marriott CJ, our principal, Reverend Sister Lissy CJ, our headmistress, Reverend Sister Renu CJ, honorable judges, lovely guests, and all my dear children. Today, we have gathered here virtually for the online storytelling competition. On this day, let us focus firstly on joyfully receiving the gift of God's love and share it with each one of us. So, I would like to invite Shrestha Singh of class 2B to say the prayer.
I request everyone to please join your hands and close your eyes. Heavenly Father, I thank you with my heart's love for your wonderful blessings. I thank you for life, health, and protection from all the harm. I thank you for all the good things and the happiness that have come to me through my home, my parents, my teachers, my classmates, and all those who love and care for me.
Thank you, dear. May the remembrance of the Lord bring us hope and courage. I feel extremely privileged to introduce our today's judges. Firstly, we have Ma'am Ruhi Bangia. We are very happy to have you, dear ma'am.
Okay, my best wishes to all the participants. Be confident, children, and do well. All the best.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Then we have Ma'am Aditi Pandey. We are extremely grateful to have you here with us, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And children, good afternoon. I'm sure you will speak very well, and I'll be very happy to see you speaking. So all the best, and be good, be confident. You are the best, all of you and each one of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Next, we have Ma'am Parveen Grover. We feel very joyful to have you, dear ma'am.
Good evening, children. I'm very happy that I got this opportunity to be a part of this competition. And I'm already impressed by the way that little girl just said the prayer. She was really confident. And I'm looking forward to see more children who are even better. And all the best, dear children. Do your best. And I must tell you, all of you are already the best. So let us begin now. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your encouraging words, dear judges. A competition is always incomplete without the rules. So here is Adya Saxena of class 3A with the rules of today's competition.
The rules for participants have to any story. About 2 minutes will be given to each participant. The story must be memorized, not read. Participants may use props if they want. The participants will be just the following criteria: presentation, pronunciation, fluency, and storyline. Thank you.
Thank you, Adya, for reminding the rules of the competition. Today, a leader. Today, a reader. Tomorrow, a leader. Let us all welcome our budding readers. Now, first we have the participants of Class 2A. We have Sally Gupta.
Good afternoon, everyone. The title of my story is The Honest Woodcutter. So let's start. Long ago, there was a woodcutter who lived in a small village. He was very sincere in his work and very honest. He would cut the trees from nearby forest every day so that to earn some money. One day, while he was cutting a tree on bank of the river, and suddenly his axe fell into the river. The river was deep and flowing really very fast. He could not get it out. He sat at the bank of the river and started weeping. Ah! And suddenly there came a goddess of the river and asked him, "What happened, son?" The woodcutter told her the whole story, and the goddess dived into the river and brought a golden egg. But the woodcutter said, "No, this is not my egg." The goddess again dived into the river and brought a silver egg. But the woodcutter said, "No, this is also not my egg." The goddess again dived into the river and brought an iron egg. The woodcutter smiled and said, "Yes, yes, this is my egg." The goddess of the river, impressed with woodcutter's honesty, and rewarded him golden eggs and silver eggs. So the moral of the story is honesty is best policy. Thank you.
Very good, Savvy. Now we have Adrienne Collis of Class 2A.
Afternoon, everyone. Here comes the story of great elephant. One day, an elephant wandered into a jungle in search of friends. He saw a monkey on a tree. Elephant said, "Will you be my friend?" Monkey replied, "You are too big. You can't increase like me." Next day, he met a rabbit. "Will you be my friend?" Rabbit, "You are too big. You can't be my burrow." Then he wants to frog. "Please make friendship to me." Frog, "How is it possible? You are too big. You can't live ever lightly." Elephant was upset. Frog, he asked, "Sir, will you be happy to hear a friend like me?" Frog said, "Sorry, sir, you are too big." The next day, the elephant saw all the animals running through their leaves. Elephant asked the fox, "What is the matter?" Fox replied, "There is a lion trying to kill all of us." All the animals wanted to hide. Meanwhile, the lion kept eating who even he could find. The elephant went to the lion and said, "Please, Mr. Lion, don't eat these poor animals." Lion replied, "Mind your own business." The elephant had no choice but to give a lion a hefty kick. The frightened lion ran for life. The elephant turned back to the jungle and announced the good news to all. All the animals thanked him. "You are just a right size to be a friend." Moral: a friend in need is a friend indeed. Thank you.
Very well, Adrienne. Now we have Sanvi Bose of Class 2A.
Good afternoon, teachers and judges. Today I'm going to narrate the story Lion and the Mouse. Once upon a time, there lived a lion in the jungle. One day, after eating his food, he was taking rest under a tree. Then a naughty mouse saw him. He thought it would be fun playing on the lion's back. "Let's go and play on the lion's back." The mouse started to play on the lion's back. Then the lion woke up. He said, "How dare you, little mouse, playing on my back? I eat you now." The mouse got scared. "Oh, sir, please forgive me. Please forgive me this time. I will never forget this favor. Please forgive me." The lion said, "You little mouse, you are lucky this time. You lucky little mouse, I have just eaten my food. Go luckily and never come back." "Oh, thank you, thank you." Then the mouse ran away. Few days later, when the lion was walking in the jungle, a hunter made a trap for the lion. The lion shouted, "Help! Help! Somebody help me! Somebody help me!" The little mouse heard the voice of the lion and said, "Oh, it is the king. He needs my help. Let's go and help him. It's time to return the favor." The mouse ran to the lion and said, "Oh, king, don't worry. I am here. I am here to help you. I will cut his track with my sharp teeth." The mouse cut the track with his sharp teeth, and sing the lines out of the nest. The lion realized even a little friend can be a great help. Moral, whoever it be, whatever the sizes, always help each other. Being helpful is most important. Thank you.
Thank you, Sanvi. Very good. Now we have the next participant, Avika Jaiswal of Class 2A.
Everybody, the my story is the bear and the tortoise. Once upon a time, there was a bear and a tortoise. They were good friends. One day, the tortoise was hungry, so he started near and very fast. On the way, he decided to take rest, stop and sleep. But the tortoise was sleepy and reached a very close. The bear woke up. He ran very fast, but she was ashamed to see the tortoise there. The moral of the story is life has a cost. Thank you.
Thank you, Avika. Now we have the next participant, Anvi Mishra of Class 2A.
Good afternoon, everyone. The title of my story is The Ugly Tree. Richard Man matched Barry. Once upon a time, in a large forest, there grew many different trees, such as mango, oak, banyan, neem, etc. Among them, there was a one tree which had crooked trunks. It looked very ugly compared to the other trees. All other trees used to tease him. You are an ugly tree. Oh no, you are such an ugly tree. The poor tree was so sad and always thought, oh God, why did you make me so ugly? Why I am not beautiful like other trees? One day, a woodcutter came to the forest and he saw the crooked tree and said, oh, it is a crooked tree. It is of no use to me. He cut down the other straight trees except to the crooked tree. On seeing this scene, the crooked tree said, thank God, my ugliness saved my life. We should never blame God for our troubles. God has a reason for everything. Moral of the story is never blame God. There is always a reason behind his deeds. Thank you.
Very good, Anvi. Now we have the participants of Class 2B. We have Arnav Mishra.
Good afternoon, everyone. The title of my story is The Farmer and His Four Sons. Once upon a time, there was a farmer, and he has four sons. The sons were fighting among themselves. One day, the farmer got ill, so he called his four sons and told him to bring the bundle of wood and break them. Each of them tried, but nobody can break it. Now the farmer told to break one little component. Each of them break it easily. Now the farmer told his sons, if you are together, then nobody can break you and harm you. But if you are alone, then everybody can break you and harm you. Then they started living happily and together. The moral of the story is together we stand and divided we fall. Thank you.
Very good, Arnav. Now we have the next participant, Ishani Pandey of Class 2B.
Good afternoon, everyone. The title of my story is The Ugly Tree, written by Matt B. Once upon a time, there was a large forest. There grew many other trees, such as mango, neem, teak, oak, banyan, etc. Among them, there was one tree. It looked very you make me so ugly? Why I'm not beautiful like other trees? One day, a woodcutter came to the forest and saw the ugly tree and said, "This tree is no use of me. I will cut out the other straight trees, except the crooked tree." On seeing this, the crooked tree said, "Thank God, my ugliness saved my life." So, the moral of the story is never blame God. There is always a reason behind his deeds. Thank you.
Thank you, Ishani. Well performed, child. Now we have Samriddhi Bajpai of Class 2B.
Good afternoon, everyone. The title of my story is A Big Carrot. Once upon a time, there was a rabbit and squirrel. They are friends in a forest. One day, a rabbit cut a big carrot near a bush. He became so greedy, he did not want to share it with squirrel. "Wow! I eat it all by myself," thought the rabbit. On the way, he was crossing the bridge. Suddenly, the cat fell from the rabbit's paw and dropped in the river. Rabbit looked it in the silver maid. "Oh, I lost my big carrot!" cried the rabbit. "I shouldn't share it with squirrel," thought the rabbit. So, the moral of the story is do not be greedy, always be honest. Thank you.
Thank you, Samriddhi. Lovely performance. Now we have Araf Kapoor of Class 2B.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Ma'am, it is my turn. Anvi Gupta.
Okay, we have the next participant, Anvi Gupta of Class 2B.
Good afternoon, everyone. The title of my story is The Cows and the Tiger. Two cows lived in a forest near Meadow. They made good friends and did everything together. They grazed together and stayed together because which no tigers or lions killed them for food. But one day, the friends fought and each cow went to graze in a different direction. A tiger and a lion saw this and decided that it's the best opportunity to kill the cows. They hid behind the bushes and surprised the cows and killed them all, one by one. So the moral of the story is unity is strength. Thank you.
Very good, Anvi. Now we have the next participant, Araf Kapoor of Class 2B.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today I am going to narrate a story, The Frog and the Boys. Once some boys were playing near a pond in which lived a family of frogs. Then the boys started to throw stones into the water. When the water splashed, they jumped and enjoyed very much. But the poor frogs scared from it. Finally, one brave frog put his head out of the water and said, "Oh, please, dear children, stop this cruel play. What is sports for you? It is death for us." Hearing the frog, the boys felt very sorry and went away. Thank you.
Very good, Araf. Now we have the participants of Class 2C. First we have Aisha Khan.
Greetings to honored principal ma'am, respected teachers, and my dear friends. The title of my story is Never Lie. Adam had learned from his friends that lying is the easiest way out of any situation. So he became fond of lying and enjoyed telling small lies. When his parents caught him and warned him against telling lies, he shrugged them off, saying lies never harm anyone. One evening, Adam and his father were walking down the street with some groceries. Just then, they saw a car rammed into a bookstore. Adam's father asked the man what happened, and he replied, the car driver lied to his father that he could see without glasses. They both were in the car when the accident happened. The father is seriously hurt. I'm sure the boy regrets ever lying. Adam's father looked at Adam and said, see, Adam, a lie is so dangerous. It can hurt people. Adam realized the huge cost of lie and stopped lying. Thank you.
Thank you, Aisha. Now we have Prakya Singh of Class 2C.
Good afternoon, everyone. Title of my story is Speak by Mistake. I'm trying to narrate the story in front of you all. I hope joy. This is the story of two kids, 8-year-old Chetan and 6-year-old Man. They both were very naughty and they don't like doing homework. They always hide mistakes from their parents. One day, they decided how to make a plan to convince their parents for not sending them to school. After a few hours, Vani was sitting in a room covered with heavy blanket wrapped around her. She was warm because of that blanket. Mother touched her gently and said, oh, baby, you have a high fever. Don't go anywhere and take a proper rest. Mother gave her the medicine and left the room. Vani and Chetan both were very happy, and Chetan already told his mother about his false headache and took the medicine too. After a few hours, Vani and Chetan both were crying very loudly because their stomach was aching very severely due to eating medicine without any illness. Thus, the moral of the story is not to play with medicine ever. It should not be consumed without any illness. If we do anything wrong, we should tell us first. With that, with their wisdom, we can solve our problems in time. Mistakes happen by mistakes only. Thank you.
Thank you, Prakya. Very good. Now we have Riyansh Sinha of Class 2C.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today I am going to narrate a story. The title of my story is The Crooked Tree. In a forest there was a crooked tree. His trunk and branches were all shaped. All the other trees around were straight and shapely. The crooked tree looked at them and said, how fine and straight they are. Then it added in a sad voice, how unlucky I am. Why should I alone be crooked and ugly? One day, a woodcutter came to the forest. He looked at the crooked tree and said, this tree is totally useless for me. He selected all the fine and straight trees and cut them down. Thereafter, the crooked tree never felt sad for its ugliness. In fact, its ugliness has saved it from the axe of the woodcutter. So, my dear friends, what we learn from this story is that we should always be happy with what we are. Thank you.
Thank you, Riyansh. Very good, child. Now we have Sanvi Sonkar of Class 2C.
Good afternoon, everyone. The title of my story is Two Foxes in the Buttermilk. Two foxes were playing on a rainy day. Slowly, they hopped and hopped and came into a house. There was a jug of milk and they both fell in it. Both of them died for some time, but they wait. One of the foxes lost hope and said, I can't swim anymore, and he down to the bottom. But the another one did not lose hope. He kept on swimming. His movements turned the milk into butter. The fox climbed onto a patch of butter and hopped out of the jug. Moral of the story is that we should never give up our efforts and fight up to the last minute. Thank you.
Very good, Sanvi. Now we have Tulika Mukherjee of Class 2C.
Good afternoon, everyone. The title of my story is The Ugly Duckling. Once a mother duck laid 5 eggs. When the eggs cracked, out jumped 4 beautiful ducklings and an ugly little duckling. The mother duck was surprised to see such a different looking duckling, though she loved all the ducklings equally. The other ducks in the pond made fun of the ugly duckling. The ugly duckling was so upset, so that he left his family. Soon, some mice found him. They took the duckling with them and kept him in their house. The ugly duckling remained sad and unhappy. His friend mice said, Friend, you have your own qualities and others have their own. Don't feel so bad. But the ugly duckling did not understand. Season passed and soon it was summer. One day, the ugly duckling was swimming in the water when he saw some swan passing by. How I wish I was back then, said the ugly duckling, and bent his head down, and he was surprised that he was no longer the ugly duckling, but a beautiful swan. At last, the ugly duckling found his family and qualities. Moral of the story is always believe in God and yourself. We have one with our own qualities. Thank you.
Thank you, Tulika. Very good. Now we have Harleen of Class 2C.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm going to narrate a story, The Greedy Lion. On a hot day, a lion in the forest started feeling hungry. He started searching for his food. Then he saw a rabbit moving around alone. Instead of catching the rabbit, the lion let it go. A small rabbit such as this can't satisfy my hunger. He said and scoffed. Then a beautiful deer passed by and decided to take his chance. He ran and ran behind the deer, but since he was weak because of the hunger, he couldn't catch it. He tried a lot but defeated. Then the lion went back to look for the rabbit, but rabbit was also gone. The lion was sad and remained hungry for the long time. The moral of the story is greed is never a good thing. Thank you.
Thank you, Harleen. Very well performed, child. Now we have Adya of Class 2C.
Good afternoon to everyone. The title of my story is Peacock and a Crane. Once upon a time, there was a peacock and a crane. Peacock and a crane. Peacock was very proud of his feathers like this phrase to you? Thank you.
Thank you, Adya. Very good, child. Now we have the participants of class 3. Now we have Siddhima of class 3.
Good afternoon, everyone. My story is hard work. Striving for success without hard work is like harvest we haven't planted. It is rightly said by David Block that hard work is most important key to success. The achievement without hard work isn't possible. An ideal person can never gain anything if he sits and waits for the better opportunity to come. America's famous president Abraham Lincoln was born in the log cabin in the forest. He could not afford lamp, but read covered books with the light of fire in the hill. And yet, by dint of hard work, he is the greatest man of the world. There is a living example of the courage of our country is the woman Arunima Sinha. Once upon a time, Arunima Sinha was traveling from Lucknow to Delhi. A few men tried to snatch her chain. When she registered, they threw her on the railway tracks. A train coming from the other side crushed both her legs. One leg was cut and the other was badly crushed. But she told herself that she would not let this tragedy defeat her, and she decided to become a mountaineer. But it is not easy. 2 years of rigorous training. Her legs were bleeding every time. But she went climbing, and one day she reached the top of the world. If she can conquer Mount Everest, you can definitely conquer your personal Everest. Arunima Sinha always says that I can, you can. Thank you, everyone.
Very good, Siddhima. Now we have Shravya Sarkar of class 3A.
Good afternoon, everyone. The title of my story is Always Share. Once upon a time, there was a boy named John. He was very selfish. He never shared his toys with anyone. His parents were worried as how to teach him about kindness and sharing. Then one day, John was returning from school on his new bicycle. As he was watching, a boy fell into a ditch and hurt himself. The boy cried, "Can't move my arm." John would never help anyone. But that day he felt sad for the boy, so he rushed to him and helped him stand up. He said to the boy, "Looks like you fractured your hand. Sit behind me and I'll ride you to the hospital." Later that evening, the boy's parents visited John and thanked him. "You are a very kind boy. God will always bless you." After they had left, John's father said, "Son, see the blessings you have received by being kind and sharing." John understood the importance of being kind and decides to share always. The moral of the story is sharing is always the best moral value. Thank you.
Thank you, Shravya. Very good, child. Now we have Samaya Khan of class 3A. Dear judges, kindly note Samaya Khan is not with us. We move to the next participant. We have Gargi Bhatt of class 3A.
Good afternoon. My story is Honesty is the best policy. Once upon a time, a woodcutter cutting woods on the bank of a river. Suddenly, his axe fell down into the river. He started crying. After some time, an angel appeared from the River. Angel said, why are you crying? Woodcutter said, I lost my eggs while cutting the woods. And is the angel dived out and brought out a golden eggs. Woodcutter said, this is not my eggs. My eggs is made up of iron. Again angel dived and brought out a silver egg. Woodcutter not accepted it. Again angel dived and brought out a iron eggs. Woodcutter happily said, yes, this is my eggs. Egg is the angel. Pleased over his honesty and gave all three exes. The moral of my story is honesty is the best policy. Thank you.
Thank you, Gargi. We have Samaya Khan with us. Judges, kindly note.
Excuse
We
me,
have
ma'am.
Samaya Khan with us.
Excuse me, ma'am. I am here.
You may start, child.
Good afternoon to everyone. One day. Good afternoon to everyone. My name story is The Great Elephant. One day, an elephant wandered into a jungle in search of friends. He saw a monkey on a tree. Elephant said, will you be my friend? Monkey replied, you are too big. You cannot swing from trees like me. Next day, he met a rabbit. Will you be my friend? Rabbit, you are too big. Not play in my burrow. Elephant was upset. The fox appeared. Will you be my friend? Fox said, you're too big. The next day, elephant saw all the animals were running for their lives. Elephant asked the fox, what is the matter? Fox replied, there is a lion and he is trying to kill all of us. The elephant went to the lion and said, please, Mr. Lion, do not eat up all these poor animals. Lion said, mind your own business. The elephant had no choice but to give the lion a happy kick. The frightened lion ran to his life. Elephant back the jungle and announced the good news to all. All the animals thanked him and said, you're just the right size to be our friends. So, the moral of the story is a friend in need, a friend in deeds. Thank you.
Thank you, Samaya. Very good, beta. Now we have Kamya of class 3A.
Good evening, all of you. The title of my story is Neverland. Once there were four friends and they hated to study. One night before the exam, they partied a lot and then they decided to lie to their teacher to not to give their exam. The next day, the four friends went to the teacher and they started lying to their teacher that the earlier night they went for a wedding. While returning back from the wedding, their car tire got punctured. They did not have an extra tire so they could not replace the flat tire, so they have to push the car all the way back home. So the four friends said the teacher that we were very tired, so we could not study. The four friends kept on lying to their teacher and they requested the teacher, can we give the exam tomorrow? The teacher agreed. The four friends were very happy and then they ran to their home and started studying for the exam. The next day, the four friends went to the teacher and the teacher asked them to sit in separate classrooms and gave them their question paper. The question paper had only two questions. First, what is your name? And second, which tire of the car got punctured? Since the four students died, each one of them wrote different answers, so their teacher got their lies. So the moral of the story is lying is a bad habit, so you should never lie. Thank you.
Thank you, Kamya. We now have participants of class 3B. First, we have Gunika Bajpai.
afternoon. The title of my story is The Fox and the Crow. Once upon a time, there was a crow. He had a piece of meat. A hungry fox came there. His mouth watered when he saw the piece of meat. He thought of a plan to get it. He prayed the voice of the crow. The fox said him to sing a song. When the crow opened his mouth to sing, the piece of meat fell down and the fox ate it and went away. So the moral of the story is beware of platter. Thank you.
Thank you, Gunika. We have Ishika Singh of class 3B.
Good afternoon, everyone. The title of my story is The Brave Octopus. Once upon a time, there was a shy octopus. He could never make friends because he was too shy. The little fish and tiny sea animals were all good friends, but the octopus was too shy to join them. One day, Octopus was resting when he saw that everyone quickly swimming past. Seeing a big fish coming to feed in that area, he quickly hid himself behind the rocks. The big fish was chasing the little fish. The little fish needed help, but the big fish was so dangerous. The octopus wanted to help the little fish. He shot a big jet of ink on the face of big fish. Then he caught the little fish in his arms and hid behind the rocks. The big fish felt a bad itch and swam away. All the fish that were hiding came and congratulated the octopus for being so brave. The little fish thanked the octopus for saving her life. The octopus now overcome his shyness and led a more confident life. The moral of the story is courage conquers all things. Thank you.
Thank you, Ishika. We now have Disha Dhamija of class 3B.
Good afternoon. The title of my story is The Tradition of Love. It always was Silence outside
Thank you, Disha. Now we have Aradhya Mishra of class 3B. Dear judges, kindly note, Aradhya Mishra is not with us. We next have Vanvi Mishra of class 3B.
Good afternoon, everyone. The title of my story is Nature's Gift. A Bioware bird and a baby elephant live in a forest. Both are very good friends. The Bioware bird keeps on thinking what to do. He does not want to hurt his friend. If I had wings like you, I would be flown high in the sky and we play hide and seek. You are
waving the feathers, and said, "Your wings are ready. Are you ready?" Said, "Yes, thank you so much, my dear friend." The waver bird take the baby elephant to a hilltop and said, "Friend, first running and jump from the hilltop, and then with the help of your foot and legs, flapping, and then your wings are ready. And the wings are will be automatically will fly." The baby elephant run and fly from the hilltop, and he was falling down. When he was falling down, he smashes the stuck into the tree trunk. The weaver bird said, "You see, her friend was in pain." He was very glad to see his friend was in pain. The both friends learned a lesson. Nature has given me the gift of life, and you have given the strength. We have not to be sad for this. We may have different abilities. You don't have me that. The moral of the story is, whatever we have to be happy with it. Thank you.
Thank you, Vanvi. We now have participants of class 3C. First, we have Rishika Chaube.
Good afternoon, everyone. The title of my story is The Three Pots. Once there was a pot maker called Murari in a village. He would make pots and sells them in the market. He has 3 pots in his home. One day, they were talking to each other. "Friends, we have been friends like this since very long time." The third pot said, "But I don't want to be here anymore." When they were talking to each other, a rich man arrived to the pot maker. "Listen, man, I want an old pot." Murari said, "But sir, I have only the new pots, except of 3 pots which I already use in my home." "Whatever it is, I just want an old pot." Murari showed him the 3 pots. Amongst the 3, the rich man chose the third pot. On this, the third pot said happily to the other 2 pots, "Look, my wish come true. I'm going with the rich man now." Seeing this, the third pot feels happy. The rich man pays to Murari and takes the pot home with him. The pot feels happy there. One day, the rich man was filling water in it. Suddenly, it gets broke from the top. "Oh, I thought that the old pots are nicer and stronger than the new ones. But look at this, it's broken. Maybe I should throw it away." The rich man keeps the pot away from the home. The pot started crying. "Oh, what should I do now? He left me abandoned. I was happy with my friends, but look at me now, I'm alone." Just then, an old man was passing by. He sees the pot and picks it up. He takes the pot home with him. Every day, the old man fills water in it and drank from it. One day, the old pot asked from the old man, "Sir, I am broken. My looks are not good. Why did you bring me here? You can buy another one for yourself." The old man said, "Look, I cannot afford to buy a new one. But if you are broken, you satisfy my trust. Remember it. One's appearance is not at all a matter." "You are right, sir. I was wrong. I always thought that the staying with the rich man will increase my value. But that doesn't mean where we are. It's important that we are beneficial to others." Finally, the old pot learns its lesson. One day, the old man bought 2 more pots. Seeing them, the third pot asked them happily, "Friends, where do you come from?" "We got scratches on us, so our owner kept us away from the home. The kind old man brought us here. We learned a lesson that one's appearance matters nothing." Meanwhile, the old man bought 2 plants. He planted them in the other 2 pots. He watered them every day. Since then, the old old man and the 3 pots lived happily ever after. Moral: looks are not important, but what do we do for others' benefit and ease is important. Thank you.
Thank you, Rishika. Now we have Ashi Kakaria of class 3C.
Good
everyone. The title of my story is Prakash the Peacock. Prakash the Peacock was very handsome. He was also very intelligent. He had only one big problem, that he was shy. He could not dance in front of other peacocks. One day his dance teacher was teaching a dance to all the peacocks. Prakash was shy, so he hid himself behind a big thorny bush. Theya, they, theya, they, 1, 2, 1, 2. The teacher counted. 1, 2, 1, 2. Repeated the little peacocks by moving the right foot first, then the left. Prakash watched them and started practicing in his hiding place. Of course, it is not a good idea to practice leaping a big thorny bush. Ouch! Ouch! Shouted Prakash as he ran to a pile of thorny twigs. What planet was this coming? The teacher asked. The teacher ran towards the thorny bush. Goodness, Prakash, what are you doing here? Why not dancing with your friends in the open soft ground? The teacher asked. Prakash was very shy to answer. Before he answered, their answer came in chorus. Prakash cannot dance, he can't prance, he can't even talk. The things he can do is only walk. Before the teacher scolded the peacocks, Prakash ran away and sat under a big tree. He cried loudly. Suddenly he heard the voice of thunder. He stood up and danced beautifully. He was very busy to notice that the whole class had formed a circle around him. Everyone started clapping. Prakash, you are a very good dancer. So why are you so shy? The teacher asked. Prakash don't know why he was so shy. From that day, his shyness faded away. The moral of the story is one should overcome his fear and shyness. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashi. Now we have Nidhyati Malviya of Class 3C.
Good afternoon, everyone. The title of my story is The White Lamb. There was a large flock of sheep grazing on a field. A wolf stealthily stole a lamb. The lamb tried very hard to get away, but it could not. The wolf was about to kill the lamb, and idea struck to the lamb's mind. The lamb replied, the lamb pleaded, oh, wolf, I know that I'm going to die soon. Be kind enough to fulfill my last wish. The wolf asked, what is your last wish? The lamb replied, I am fond of music. I wish to hear you play the flute. The wolf agreed and started playing the flute. When the wolf stopped, the lamb said, oh, what a beautiful music. You please play a bit louder. You play far, far better than my shepherd. The wolf was pleased with that trick and started playing louder. The wolf played louder and louder. In the meantime, the shepherd and the dogs, who were in search of the missing lamb, heard that sound. They came running and caught hold of the wolf. The lamb happily joined his flock again. So, the moral of the story is, with patience and discretion, we can overcome primary difficulties. Thank you.
Thank you, Nidhyati. Now we have Atreya Verma of Class 3C.
Good afternoon, everyone. The title of my story is The Ugly Tree. Once upon a time, in a large forest, there grew many different trees, such as mangoes, oaks, teaks, banyans, and leaves, etc. Amongst them, there was one tree which had a crooked trunk. It looked ugly compared to the other trees. The other trees used to tease him, saying, oh no, you are an ugly tree. Oh no, you're such an ugly tree. Which tree was very sad and always thought, God, why have you made
ugly. Why not beautiful like other trees? One day, a woodcutter came to the forest. He saw the ugly tree and said, "This is of no use to me. I will cut down the other trees." Ah, ah, ah. He cut down the other straight trees. On seeing this, the crooked tree said, "Thank God, my ugliness saved my life. We should never blame God for our troubles. God has reason for everything." Moral: never blame God. God has always a reason behind his deeds. Thank you.
Thank you, Atriya. Now we have Kashvi Singh of Class 3C.
Good afternoon, everyone. The title of my story is The Great Elephant. One day, an elephant wandered into a jungle in search of friends. He saw a monkey and asked, "Will you be my friend?" The monkey answered, "No, you are too big and you can't swing from trees like me." The next day, he met a rabbit and asked, "Will you be my friend?" The rabbit said, "How is it possible? You are too big and you can't play with me in my burrow." Elephant was too upset. The next day, he saw everyone running to save their lives. He stopped a deer and asked, "Oh, while of you are running, what's the matter?" The deer answered, "A lion came in this jungle and wanted to kill and eat all of us." The elephant went to the lion and asked, "Oh, Mr. Lion, why are you eating these poor animals?" The lion said, "Get out from here and mind your own business." Now the elephant has no choice. He gave a hefty kick to the lion. Lion was frightened and ran away for his life. The elephant ambled back to the forest and announced the good news to all the animals. All the animals thanked the elephant and said, "You have the right size to be our friends." So, friends, the moral of the story is a friend in need is friend indeed. Thank you.
Thank you, Kashvi. Dear judges, kindly note we have Aradhya Mishra of Class 3B with us now.
Good morning, respected sisters, teachers, judges, and all of my dear friends. My name is Aradhya Mishra from class 3rd B. The title of my story is The Grasshopper and the Ant. Then my story time. Once upon a time, it was a beautiful spring day. The grasshopper was singing, dancing, and enjoying the day. On the other hand, there was an ant who was gathering food for the rainy days. The grasshopper always used to make fun of the hardworking ants. The grasshopper told the ant to enjoy the day instead of doing hard work. The ant did not listen to him and gathered more food for her family. One day, it suddenly started raining. The poor grasshopper had nothing to eat and no home to stay. He went to the ant for the help. She offered him some food to eat and a place to stay. The moral of the story is, if you do not work at the time of working, later you will face difficulties. Thank you.
Thank you, Aradhya. Now we begin with the participants of Class 3D. First, we have Eliza Ali. I think Eliza is facing some network problems. We'll move to the next participant. Start. Eliza, start.
Good story is the boy who liked bush. Once there was a shepherd boy who took all sheep up on the mountain to have some grass. He was sitting there, but he was very bored. One day, he thought of playing a prank. He started shouting, "Wolf came! Wolf came! Please help! Wolf came!" Listen to this. All the farmers were working on the hill. Children were running to help the boy. When they reached there, they saw Convent. They began running. But the boy, when he saw the farmers, he started laughing. Seeing this, all the farmers looked back and they scolded the boy that if next time you play such, we will not come to her. Again, the next day, the boy played the same prank again. He started shouting, "Wolf came! Wolf came! Please!" And the farmers ran up away to help the boy. And they saw no wolf again. Everyone was very angry and he left in anger. After a few days, the shepherd boy was with all the sheep on the hill again. And suddenly, the leaf fell and the goat started attacking all the sheep. The boy was very scared. He started running to the left and then he called for help. "Wolf came! Wolf came! Please help!" All the farmers did not trust him and did not come to help the boy. But the wolf attacked all the sheep and he killed a few. After looking at all this, the boy realized lying is a bad habit. If you lie, then people will not trust you. The moral of the story is nobody believes a liar even if he's telling the truth. Thank you.
Thank you, Eliza. We now have Avni Singh of Class 3D.
Good afternoon, everyone. The title of my story is The Dove and the Ant. Once upon a time, a very thirsty ant was drinking water from the river. Suddenly, the ant lost his balance and fell into the river water. "Help! Help! Help!" cried the ant, but no one could hear his cries. A dove sitting on a tree nearby saw that the ant was in trouble. She quickly plucked a leaf from the tree and dropped into the water. The ant climbed on the leaf and thanked the dove for saving his life. After a few days, the dove was sitting on a tree. The ant saw a hunter aiming his arrow at the dove. She knew the dove was in danger. She quickly bit the hunter's leg. The hunter cried in pain. The hunter's arrow missed at the dove. This time, ant saved the dove. The dove thanked the ant for saving her life. They became good friends forever. The moral of this story is one good deed deserves another. Thank you.
Thank you, Avni. We now have Nividha of Class 3D.
Good afternoon, everyone. The title of my story is The Crayon Box That Talked. While walking in a toy store the day before today, I overheard a crayon box with many things to say. I told him the light red said yellow and green said no to I, and no one here likes orange, but no one knows just why. We are a box of crayons that doesn't get along, said blue to all others. Something here is wrong. Then I bought that box of crayons and took it home with me and laid out all the colors so the crayons could all see. They watched me as I colored with red, blue, green, black, white, and orange, and every color in between. They watched as green became the grass and blue became the sky. The yellow sun was shining bright on white clouds drifting by, colors changing as they touched, becoming something blue. They watched me as I colored. They watched till I was through. And when I finally finished, I began to walk away. And as I did, the crayon box had something more to say. I too like red, since yellow and green said so do I, and
each one of us unique. But when we get together, the picture is complete. Moral of the story: when the crayons see the picture, they have all helped create. They realize that beautiful things can happen when everyone works together. Thank you.
Thank you, Nivedha. We now have Somil Mandhyan of class 3D.
Good afternoon, everyone. The title of my story is Four Cows and Tigers. Four cows lived in a forest near a meadow. They were good friends and did everything together. They grazed together and stayed together and did everything together. Because of which tigers and lions were unable to kill them for food. Cows were always united, but tigers and lions were unhappy with their unity. But one day, cows were fought and each cow went to graze into different directions. Tigers and lions saw this and decided that it was a perfect opportunity to kill the cows. They hid in the bushes and surprised the cows and killed them all one by one. The moral of the story is we never fight because united we stand, divided we fall. Thank you.
Thank you, Somil. We now have Ishnur Kaur of class 3D.
Good afternoon, everyone. The title of the story is The Capsular and the Monkeys. Once there was a capsular who was selling the caps in a village. Caps, caps, caps. Red cap, blue cap, yellow cap, brown cap, colorful caps. It was a bright sunny day. After walking along, the capsular felt tired. So he saw a huge mango tree. So he decided to take a nap. On that mango tree, some monkeys were there. When they saw the colorful caps, they came down and took the caps. After some time, when Capsular woke up, he saw his basket was empty. He started searching for caps here and there. At last, he was surprised. He saw that the monkeys were wearing his caps. So he shouted, "Hey monkeys, those are my caps, so return me back." Then the same monkeys imitated. Then the capsular got an idea. He threw his cap down, same the monkeys did. Then the capsular collected all the caps and put it in the basket, went back happily. Thank you. The moral of the story is wisdom is better than weapon of war. Thank you.
Thank you, Ishnur. And once again, I would like to thank all the dear children. You all performed really well. We are very proud of you.
I would like to request Ma'am Aditi Pandey to say a few words.
Thank you so much, dear. And it was indeed a pleasure. And more than that, it was a privilege to be here listening to these little ones. They are magical, and so were the setup that they had prepared for the entire storytelling. I also take this opportunity to thank the parents who have been so helpful and supportive. And children, you were very good. Each one of you is a winner in my eyes because each one of you started well, you continued, you spoke with confidence, and you completed the story. Not one forgot. And today I feel so proud to be judging you because you were so good. So I am sure that this is a future generation so confident and ready to take over the whole world. Thank you for having me as a judge, children. And I had a lovely time listening to your beautiful stories, which were reminding me of all the moral lessons and the values which are very important in our lives. I hope, just like me, we all present here are going to take one value home and follow it and become better than whatever we were till now. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your
afternoon to all. I feel highly privileged to propose the vote of thanks in front of the august gathering. I, John Benjamin Charles, on behalf of the whole SNCIC family, bow my head in humility before the Almighty God and give glory to His name. As I thank Him for bringing us together and making today's event a resounding success. I extend my deepest gratitude towards our manager, Reverend Sister Maria CJ, our principal, Reverend Sister Lizzie CJ, and our headmistress, Sister Reno CJ, for giving us this opportunity to showcase and develop our talents to become efficient future of tomorrow. Thank you so much, respected sisters, for the constant support. My heart is overflowing with the feeling of thankfulness towards our honorable guests for taking precious moments out of their regular schedule. Thank you so much, dear guests. Your presence and golden words have encouraged and enlightened us. Words of gratitude and thank you to all the in charges and teachers who have boosted up and guided our confidence in path. Thank you to all. I also thank our viewers for their gracious presence. Last but not the least, I thank all the participants for their cooperation and hard work in making this program into a grand one to the best of their ability. Thank you.
Thank you, John. I request all the participants to remain here. Let sister and teachers leave.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear participants. Thank you, organizing team.